let me get my stuff back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were previously staying here.
Oh, I was only presuming to stay here since Henslet had given me the bar, but now that...
Oh, no, it's quite all right. I just assumed this is the room the books were in. Pardon me. And she picks up some of the books and makes her way out of the room.
Well, no, for such a fine lady as you, this would be the most appropriate room. I can easily pick another room upstairs. Like, it makes much more sense. The other rooms above are not nearly of this quality, and you are clearly a woman of quality. So it would only make sense that you have this room.
How kind of you. And she moves back inside.
I take all of my stuff, and I carry him up to, like, a room adjacent to one of theirs upstairs.
And she shuts the door and goes back to bookkeeping. Artak goes, "Ha! That's a strange one."
Yeah, elves, you know, they're always a bit odd. Henslet was actually surprisingly down to earth compared to the others that I've known.
Yeah,
In fact, originally when first meeting, I didn't even realize he was an elf at the beginning.
Yeah, he's a step and a half away, you could say.
Yeah.
I don't see many elves with mustaches either.
I know, right? Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like,
or white hair. Or is that common?
Nope. Well,
white hair is somewhat common.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but didn't he have enough facial hair to seem like he was way old? Like elves didn't get that.
Yeah,
kind of...
he seemed grizzled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we think he's an elf because we saw the ears, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's obviously also an elf. Like, he's got the, like the light
Okay.
frame and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's just muscular.
But at first blush, he doesn't look like the elves you typically see. So you're like, oh wait, it's like, oh wait, weird. Are you like half elf or something? Although in this world there are not half elves, right?
There aren't. There wasn't in the third era. In the fourth era, there may be.
Okay, but they don't exist in the DCC.
In the fourth era,
No,
all
not in the
bets
DCC.
are off.
Okay.
Which is ridiculous because half elves are the best.
Anyway.
What?
If they were in DCC, I'd play them in a heartbeat.
Anyway, so,
All right, so it seems like all of the mechanics of running the inn are in order. Plus, we have to be over here by, like, tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So, tomorrow dawn, they said?
Dusk.
Oh, dusk. Okay,
Because
so
we
we
got
have
covered
all the
Plenty
rest
of
of
time.
the...
I mean,
All right.
how is traveling within the city of Valir? Is it like, oh, we got to go across town? Is that going to take forever? Is that like, you know,
Going
hours?
from one end of the Compass Canal to the other end of the Compass Canal can take about 30 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer.
We're set.
Oh, okay, so it's
wow.
not super long.
It must be a
Okay.
fast-moving
It's
canal.
not a trip. The real difficult part
Wait,
is when
no,
you want to get
it
to
wouldn't
someplace
move.
that's off the Compass Canal, so anything on the reaches, because then you have to deal with the ebb and flow of the tides and the various metal structures that keeps the canals flowing in different directions.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes
I
you have to
see.
wait. But the Compass Canal is just a main vein, so you can go up and down that.
So it's like a freeway.
Yeah, pretty
okay.
much.
All right. So basically, since it seems like Artak and the lady Althea have it all handled, we are going to.
We'll do what every good manager does, and that's nothing.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like, because it seems like anything we
Do what
is
every
just
good
gonna
manager
mess it
does
up.
and immediately go on vacation.
Well, no, clearly Artak and Althea are like knowledgeable
you
about
guys have
their
it.
side of the craft.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it's good.
Whereas, although we will chat up the both of them
My
to
boss,
what degree we
this
can
one's
to
taking,
see if
like,
they
a
can
3-week
tell us
vacation.
anything more
Why
about
was it takes a
Henslet.
vacation like every
Okay,
other
Like,
week?
did he say where he was going? How did they know him?
I don't get it.
Did they have any history?
What do you want to ask them?
So first of all, since we don't want to keep bothering Althea because she seems like she's not the I don't bother me type. We'll talk up Artot while we're putting things away. We'll say, so did Henslet say where he was going, or how long it'd be before he got back, or
Nope.
because
Nothing along those lines. I got the message from a little gutter snipe this morning. Henslet had written me a hasty letter explaining the situation.
all right. So it's kind of open-ended, because I mean, I'm super happy. I owe Henslet a lot from these last few years, and I'm more than happy to, like, be, acting owner and whatnot, but I don't want to be here, like, 40 years from now and still be running this place, because I don't have his lifespan,
If it makes you feel any better, neither do I, but
Alright.
who knows?
'Cause, sometimes those elves say, we'll be back in a little bit, and 100 years later, it's like, what happened? I said I would be back in a little bit.
And Artok just shrugs.
All right.
No, that's true. I hadn't thought of that
Yeah. Like,
possibility.
elves usually escape trouble by just waiting for it to die. Like,
Yeah, it's like,
back in 100 years.
you need to be in prison for 20 years. It's like, yeah, all right. That's fine.
Whatever.
I'll sit there.
Wake
was
me
worth
up when
killing
I'm done.
somebody.
Yes,
Yeah.
like-
It's like, that's it? Alright.
yeah, it must be really hard to like punish elves for crimes. It's
Yeah.
like,
Because
10
like,
years
it's
in
like,
prison.
It's like what? You like 200 years in prison and be like, that'd be so long. People like forget while they're in prison and they're like, well, we can't remember, so guess we'll let you out.
Anyway, all right. So what now?
Right.
Seems
So
like
we still have the
about a
whole day and then all of tomorrow. So basically,
Let's try it. Let's try our coin. What happens with the coin? Can we split it?
So you kept the one coin.
Yes.
You spent the rest.
Yeah.
Nope. The coin still refuses to split.
All right.
I don't think that you
Good.
can resplit it until the other pieces actually.
Well,
disappeared,
I
yeah.
wanted to know if like they disappeared yet.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, let's test it. Because then we get
I think
good time for. Because it'd be much better to do good smaller intervals
Right.
of splitting. Because like we could check tomorrow, but they could have reverted last night.
no. I think what will happen is that based on how people really operate, I'll bet like every like 20 minutes I try it. Like it's basically one of those things where you have a new toy and you're always fiddling with it because it's just the logical thing to do. It's like I wonder it's like
You can do that.
like,
Despite that, the entire day the coin refuses to snap in two.
Which makes sense.
at some point when it does
Damn
happen, it's
you.
like, well, oh my gosh, it's like
Yeah.
this happening. Because then I'll have to start keeping track again and like doing the whole thing. All right, so at the very least, I think what we need to do is, so this keeper guy said he wanted us to go and meet him. I think what we need to do is see if we can get any. Did he give us any information other than we have an operation for you
We're
to meet me
supposed
there?
to
Deliver a package.
deliver
And
a
he told you,
package
don't look
through the
inside it.
city.
Right, and that's it.
Yeah.
But other than that, like we have no other information like where to or how long or anything like that.
Nope. Well, he said it would only take a little bit. You'd have to get across the city, so you know that's about a 30-minute trip.
Right.
Errand.
So the package is still at the inn, and we're.
No, the
No,
package.
he hasn't given
the
it
package
to
is
us
coming across the Zexian wastes,
Um,
and it's getting in tomorrow night.
That's
And they need somebody to
that's-
move it through the city.
Sounds like easy money.
It is easy money.
Yeah, except if the keepers themselves can't move it, like in the city itself,
They probably don't want their name on it.
because they're the underground people. Like they know like all the like
They-
secret
They,
non.
they probably don't want to be connected.
What if it's a secret that it's dangerous to know? That they don't want to know.
something that they can't know about?
It could be one of those
dangerous
things where the delivery is so secret that as soon as the recipient opens up, they see the object and the note just says, "Kill the deliverers." Thank you for your help.
But you're not supposed to open it up and look at the object.
That's why
doesn't
they
want
tell you
us
not
to
to
look
look
at
at
it
it.
because if we look at it and be like,
Oh, when they get it.
kill
yeah,
the
okay.
deliverers. Well, I guess we're done.
Yep. Because that's what I would do.
No, I was picturing us opening it.
That'd be super awkward. Like the first thing you do while he's still there talking to you about the job, you just open it up.
It's like, I know, right? See, in the real world, you always look at it because in the real world there are no such thing as cursed object traps.
Correct.
Whereas in the magical world, it's like when they tell you not to look at it, it's like, well, I better not look at it because it might like destroy my life. Whereas in the real world, you
There's-
always look at
If
it.
there's even like a small chance that that's like a life-ending curse.
Yes.
You don't take the
Yeah.
risk.
Wait, so I shouldn't open it up and look at it?
I don't think because in the world where there's magic
I
and
am-
curses,
I am not going to do it, but if you want
Like, I'm a
to-
believer in
So-
true sight. I need to see it.
Oh, that makes sense.
that's true. You might be able to
Go
convince
for
me
it.
otherwise. I'm on the fence about this.
I
I really, really want to look at it, but I'm also afraid of
I
dying.
don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it and have like a demon looking
Look,
at me
think
and be like,
think about
"You just made
this.
a pact."
Are you gonna wanna
Got you.
Are you gonna wanna later in life
Everyone's-
look back on this and wish you had had found out what that was?
I will regret.
What if it resulted in something you completely disagree with, the delivery of this object?
There are not too many things on that
actually-
list for me. I will have to say, however, that
What-
if I don't look at it, I will regret it for the rest of my life.
Like I said.
Die.
So what's the plan then until tomorrow night? Do you guys just want to rest up and?
No, we want to go investigate.
How are we gonna do that? The keepers of
So
La
what is the equivalent of gather information where you go out in the town and because if someone is bringing something across the waste, there must be some news of it, right? Like there must be whispers on the ground.
Oh yeah, like say who's expecting a package across the ways.
But these are the keepers you're talking about. You could certainly check if you want to put your feelers out in the grotto and see if there's anybody expecting a package.
Talk to the thieves
Yeah. If anyone is just, because first of all, people aren't just traveling across the waste all the time, right? It's like, oh, we're crossing the waste. It's like, it's not like your usual
Like a migration. It's like a. It's like a trip that people take. It's
not like I'm going to the peninsula for the
with
weekend.
more camels.
Yeah. So yeah, you can put your feelers out in the grotto and see what you can see.
I forgot.
I love your little drawing.
Roll me a personality check.
Is that your cat?
Oh, no.
Is that your cat in a cape?
It's the
Natural 1.
I only roll 1s and 20s on this die for some reason.
So you
also like-
you return no useful information at all, and a couple people get pretty angry at you for your attempts. You've reached
dare
beyond
you.
your standing.
How dare you ask about such
How
matters?
dare you?
Can you put in your password?
Some keeper friends are like, "This is the name of the great mathematician."
Well, one thing you do realize is in asking about this thing, it seems that somebody definitely knows something, but they're keeping quiet about it.
All right.
This is not something you talk about on the streets.
Your thing doesn't save like.
It does. I didn't enter it last time.
Okay.
You need the internet for this?
Oh ho ho ho! No, he's gotta
fancy
like watch
thing.
some porn while he's.
That would be
Why?
awkward while you're
That'd be
GMing.
so-
Well, I mean, if we didn't
Like-
know about it, it's not awkward, right?
Well, I mean, he's just looking at pictures. It's art.
Oh yeah.
It is.
He's
art.
getting inspired.
Just nudes, tasteful nudes.
Oh wait. All right. So, gosh dang it.
We were just having this discussion this past weekend.
They're wearing chainmail. It's relevant.
So you put your feelers out and you don't really find much of anything.
You don't feel that you found anything.
What is like? Do we have any idea like how big the waste is before like the next place that like if people are coming across the waste, where are they usually coming from?
That's a good
Like-
question.
Normally, so the Crystal Cove runs down along a continent until it reaches up to the end of a peninsula that
Right.
whips back around and goes up the other way. So the Zexian Wastes cross most of the western part of that continent, and so on the other side of them mostly lies Brickerback Woods, and that's further. That's way further up north.
Okay.
Let's go to the Brickerback Woods.
I don't know.
Across the wastes.
It's across the waste.
Let's go across the ways.
Nobody comes across the
Look,
waste.
we just
It's
need
like,
to get back to our old campaign.
number one.
We need to
It's a way.
find
Gelgrin.
King Gelgrin.
We need to find King Gelgrin.
I want to see if he's still functioning as a robot.
The lanterns.
Yes.
This is the old campaign.
So is the land of Gelgrin something that exists in the world? Like, has anyone ever heard
Never
of it?
heard of it.
Okay, so there is. Okay.
What? I've never heard of it.
Because it'd be great if like
You
in
three specifically have never heard of
Okay. But we haven't heard of a lot of things.
it. Correct.
Apparently so. Although it'd be great if Gelgrin was still ruling in Gelgrin after like all these thousands of years.
An empty castle. His entire,
Like the
all his
entire
people
city is just dead, but
just
he's
died
there.
out.
And he's like,
So so you can, if you want to, wander the city. We can roll on a table, but that might end up with some bad stuff.
You know what? Let's wander the city.
let's wander
I
the
like
city.
that idea.
I like
I-
tables and I like chances.
I don't know. Have these have
James
and
said
I
it-
like bad things.
James said it could be bad, which means it could also be good.
have I
Right?
taken my friends?
No, what
to
if the
tour
options
the
are
Grand Pyramid?
neutral and bad?
I mean,
No,
they're
the
new.
Grand Prism.
Yeah.
What if there's neutral bad and
Do
like
you want to
very
head here and
bad?
check them
No,
out?
you guys are new to the city.
What
I
if
should
there's
show
a
them the
what if
town.
there's a 1 in 20 chance of TPK?
Oh, where would the paradigms be?
So
On Paradigm
I'm-
Row.
No, so actually,
Paradigm
it's-
Paradigm
no,
Row.
Could you show me Paradigm Row?
no, I'm actually going to take you to the Great Prism,
Which is near
Paradigm
Paradigm Row.
Yeah.
Is that why you shaded in? It was relevant to me?
No, it's the stuff that we know about this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So
And
I'm
so,
gonna take
so,
my
so
check
this
to
is
see
the
you over
center of the followers'
Yep, that's the Grand
Yes,
Prism.
let's
the
go
huge
over
tower.
there.
I'm
I'd
gonna
like
take my
to
new
see
friends to
that.
show
Yeah,
them around the
let's
cool
go
parts
check
of
out
town.
the
Paradigm Row.
tower.
Although,
Let's go eat at the restaurant at
might
the top
need
of
to
the
hide.
Grand
Yeah,
Prism.
we'll pay for the tour. There's a rotating restaurant at the top that rotates
nobody
really
gets into that
slowly.
place.
It's like
Nobody gets it.
Except
You need
for-
reservations,
Except for us,
and it's a
one year in
really
advance.
So you guys take a
costs
communal
way
boat
too much money.
and go rowing out over to the Grand Prism. Since it's a sunny day, but somewhat cloudy because of last night's rain, the light that shines out from it is white and pure.
Could it have been that we saw the shadow because of the rain?
What?
Remember, the rain makes you see things.
People claim to see things that are there.
Whoa, wait.
It was
there
raining.
any sort of clarification whether they had to be like out in the rain in order for this
Most
to happen?
sightings happen out in the rain, but you don't know.
It's
Who
one
knows what
It was.
possible
I totally forgotten about that. Yeah.
The prism stands high. The tower that holds the prism stands high, glowing white light. And you can see a couple of paradigms, or excuse me, a couple of followers of Parallax walking along the edge, members of the City Watch. They carry long metal rods with wooden handles at the end, which you can tell are their weapons, whatever they use. And they seem to be walking along, and behind a couple of them float these metallic orbs.
So let me get this right. It's got a metal rod, right? So
Like a
it looks
musket.
like this.
With a wooden...
It's got a wooden handle, right?
Yeah.
So it's a sword?
So does it look like this?
Like the wooden handle's kind of curved at the bottom, like a rifle blade.
Like that.
Yeah, similar, yeah.
Oh.
I just drew a musket.
Yes, that's right.
I didn't make that
floats a
connection.
ball.
Floats a little ball of
At
metal.
first.
Is it one for each guard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
A couple of them seem to have.
Hey, look, they have body cameras in case anyone challenges them or suggests that they attack someone innocently.
So you guys go by in the canal, and one of them waves at you.
I wave back.
It's kind of friendly.
Oh, it's a friendly
Hello.
wave, not like a get your ass over here, you're breaking one of the laws.
No, they're just
You're
waving.
not
I
allowed
have
to
some
be in groups of
new
three.
friends, visitors in town.
I
just
display
showing them around.
my blatantly mismatching socks.
Fuck you! Fuck the police!
That's like, yeah, that's an act of like protest against.
Anyway,
He comes from a city
government.
where if you wear matching socks, that's against the law.
yeah.
So
So that goes by without incident, and then you guys suddenly hear this like commotion going on from another alleyway down where the canals go, and you can see that a couple of the followers suddenly turn because you're in the follower district, so it's
Yeah.
like they
They're
turn and one of their spheres flies off, and then they wait for a minute and they go, and their eyes get wide and they charge off in the direction of the commotion.
Whoa,
I want to
mental
see how
link.
this. I want to see how this plays out. And the mental
Are
link
we
is
gonna
not
follow?
so surprising. Me and Percival also have a mental link.
You do?
Oh yeah.
What does he say about me?
does he talk about me? Does he
Like-
ask about me?
So fine, I can't even deal.
So I
pick up Percival.
He says you're
Percival.
He says you're fine.
we will follow after them in cops fashion, like where we stay far enough behind to not be shot, but close enough to see what's going on.
So you start to row around the edge of the canal, and you can see a couple of the followers running. And as you get down the canal, you can see that further down the alleyway, there's a fight going on between, it looks to be the Illuminators and the Barbarians. They seem to be in some sort of altercation.
Ooh.
A couple of them are punching at each other and stumbling back, and, it's mostly just a fist fight, but it seems to be a pretty nasty thing.
Do these look like civilians, or do the Illuminators look like they're guards?
Looks like civilians.
All right.
Seems to be kind of a high-tension thing, and the followers are running in to break it up. And one of the Illuminator goes in for a punch, and the Stream Barbarian kind of ducks it easily, and then slams his head up against the wall. Just
Ooh.
and then picks him up and picks the whole guy up by his body. This guy's strong.
Wait, the Strum guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Strum guy.
the barbarian.
Picks the whole guy up by his body and goes, "Argh!" and brings the head back, and you can see that there's a couple of other Illuminators there who are waiting to join in on the fight. And he goes, "Leopold!" and throws the elf at the
What?
and throws the Illuminator at the others, and it bowls them all over. And a couple of them go flying off into the canal.
That was the name of my character from the last campaign.
fucking
He was
believe
a warrior tree folk.
Oh my god.
And the barbarian symbol is a tree.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
So they scream the name of my character.
So you can see that
Awesome.
he throws them there,
Awesome.
and one of the Illuminators ducks out of the way of it and comes out with a knife and cuts into one of the Stream Barbarian, and at that point you can see that the Barbarian's blood flies out and hits the wall and boils hot for a few minutes before steaming away and falling and dripping back down.
What?
It's the tribe of elves.
At that point,
Yeah.
the followers eventually round
Oh,
the
that's
corner.
right. They
thought
were
that
in
was-
love with you
yeah,
and like worshiped you as their god.
Yeah, because I was in a willow tree form, and they thought it was the most beautiful thing they'd ever seen.
And it's a bleeding
That's
willow,
right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a willow tree. It is a bleeding willow tree. Is there? Wow.
At that point, the tribe.
awesome.
At that point, the tribe of followers rounds the bend, and they point their fingers forward, and the spears fly forward, and they go, "Citizens, stop! Cease this fighting! It's senseless. We will have to apprehend you and restrain you if you do not." And they ignore them and continue on. And the orbs eventually fly forward, and they fly right into the center of the fight. So it's like, whoop! And it goes, boom! And you hear this low chiming sound, and it beats out, and the wave goes over the two of them. And the barbarian and the illuminator just kind of go, and then fall over on the ground.
Wow, effective.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That is awesome.
Looks like a basic sleep spell to me.
A couple of the other followers line up with their long things and start aiming
Merek is unimpressed.
down the alley. And a couple of the illuminators hold their hands and kind of start to back away a bit.
Is it just
There you
a
go.
singular barbarian in this group of
Yeah.
illuminators?
Yeah.
Alright. Hi.
And you'd imagine, since they're so close to this part of the city, he was probably encroaching on their turf, and they got a little heated. So a couple of the followers make their way over and clap both the barbarian and the illuminator in manacles and start carting them away. But yeah.
Is this something you rolled off the table?
No.
Oh, interesting.